What is going on, everybody? This is your boy Splurge, coach of the Bracknell Beedrills, bringing you PMC Week 3 from Season 6. This week we have the joy of playing Johnny GB of the Seattle Metal Sounders, a really solid coach who I might be playing in BBL as well. Can't remember the schedule just yet. But yeah, either way, we're currently 2-0, and as was Johnny GB. He was 2-0 as well, I believe. His team is really scary and really quite quick. I just want to quickly say now, I brought terrible prep and I prepped really poorly for this game. There was a dip in my prep over that week. My prep has come back in the following weeks and what have you. But so I managed to just completely overlook the fact that kind of stuff that's faster than me and hits like a train is a bit of an issue. Johnny's draft was Zero, Manaphy, even Crocodile, Domanitan, Comfey, Steelix, Buzzwole, Crobat, Azelf, Megaceptile, and Mimikyu. Mainly just a terrifying set of mons. He has four mons over base 115 or base 115 and up, including Azelf. Just generally a really frightening team. My prep was suboptimal. I'd like to admit now. But so what I decided to bring was a Mega Manectric running Thunderbolt Flamethrower Raw Toxic. Raw just generally because I didn't want something staying in for longer than it needed to. And Toxic's trying to at least put the faster stuff on a timer. I kind of had some sort of idea about how I wanted to go about this game, but really I just underestimated just how much all of his ones were an issue to my squad. We're running max speed, max attack. I then brought a Assault Vest Taffabulu with quite a lot of speed. I think it was creeping like a base speed Comfey? There's something that was creeping at, and I can't remember what. It may have been Heatran. Bulu was creeping something else, not sure. But so we're running Nature's Madness, Horn Leech, Stone Edge, and Facade. In case we get Toxic or anything, we're able to hit like a train still. We're quite speedy with full HP investment and a bit of SPDF investment, and this is generally to just try and take a couple hits better. We then had Terrakion rocking out with the Rocky MZ, mono attacking double setup sub. So substitute Rock Polish, Swords Dance, Stone Edge. We're creeping on base 100s with max attack and the rest in HP. Generally, if this set up, I think I could win. I was relatively certain. That's if we hit all of the Stone Edges and so on and so forth. I then had an Papa Berry Glycopod. This was to just try and maintain this a little bit more, and it also, as much as emergency exit is a bad thing, sometimes it can actually be used quite well, and it can be useful to have a second pop almost of that. We're running max attack, max HP. I'm not really sure whether I'll ever bring something different than max attack, max HP, unless I really want to creep something slow. We're running Aquajet, Knockoff, Liquidation, Leech Life. Knockoff because, if there's a Dharma round, I want to just get the Scarf off as quick as possible if it's Scarf or something like that. Leech Life was to just try and preserve it a little bit more, and then Aquajet, Liquidation is to kind of say what you see. The heat on this squad for this game was Choice Banded Heatran, Instant Crush running Ironhead, Lava Plume, Stomping Tantrum, and Stone Edge. This thing could just about Oko a Comfey, I believe. It could Oko Crobat. It does a decent amount of damage to Megaceptile. It could Oko Zeraora, I think. And it also dented Buzzwole as well. The issue is that pretty much everything on his draft has something which can pressure out. And I didn't really take that into too much consideration, which you can see how well it went in the battle in a second. So we then have Gliscor running Toxic Orb, Poison Heal, Defog, U-Turn, Roost, and Knockoff. It's a non-stab Gliscor, creepy something else again. Can't really remember. This is another one of the splurge, can't remember his prep. Quite bulky with 188 HP and 36 defense. Generally to just try and tank more hits, maybe take an Ice Punch from Buzzwole, live in hope. But yeah, so as we get into the game, what we see here is that Johnny brought Crobat, Mega Sceptile, Zeraora, Buzzwole, Comfey, and Azelf. I was relatively certain that it would be Azelf that leads, because for the squad I felt like a Suicide lead really did well for his squad. But yeah, so as we see getting into the battle, past that I kind of thought that the Buzzwole could be Scarfed, but I wasn't sure. I was more thinking that it could be a setup set, but yeah. But so he leads with Crobat, which was kind of concerning since I led Gliscor, as it could just go for a Brave Bird and it would really dent it quite badly. But so Crobat goes for a U-turn instead, and for some reason I stayed in. And so Comfey comes out. We go straight for the liquidation because it's actually going to be doing a decent amount of damage versus the Crobat, and it also 2-hit carries the Comfey. So Comfey immediately gets doubled out into Buzzwole. Now, so here I probably could have gone for a knockoff after the liquidation, which I sent out, but I decided to switch to go into Mega Manectric to really try and put some pressure on this. And so Buzzwole reveals the Ice Punch, which 2-hit KOs regular Manectric. And so he doubles out again into Zeraora, which is concerning. And so I was more playing just kind of a simple game to begin with. I go for Flamethrower, I believe. And we really kind of luck in to not completely and utterly get destroyed by the squad straight away. As when we go for Flamethrower, I believe we burn the Zeraora, and it also means that we manage to get the Zeraora into a 2-hit KO range. So the Zeraora goes for Hidden Power, probably HP Ice, that I think it's regular damage to Raiden. We go for the second Flamethrower. It doesn't kill, but the burn manages to finish it off. And so now we start to really hit a wall as Mega Sceptile comes out, and I don't really have much that can deal with Mega Sceptile, which is annoying to say the very least. As so it could be it could have fighting coverage, and as we see, it has ground coverage. So Heatran can't really do much versus it. Raiden goes down, so we're down to a 5v5 basis here. I bring in Gliscor here in the hope that the threatening of a first impression might threaten it out, so it gives me more time to really think about how to attack it. And it does, and so Crobat comes out as we go for Leech Life, which does the square root of Nout to Crobat. And so here I'm still kind of left stumped about what exactly to do. He does this time go for Brave Bird, revealing that he has it, which doesn't actually pop the Eye Pupper Berry. It puts us kind of between 25 and 50%. So our emergency exit gets sent out as it's not fully offensive, which was really quite annoying. I think I remember checking the calc and kind of thinking that I'd be able to get the Eye Pupper Berry to pop, and we'd be able to really start pressuring it. So he goes for the U-turn after we switch in Heatran, as we go for Iron Head on the Azelf, which does a huge amount of damage. Azelf then goes for Knockoff, which also kind of doesn't help our cause that much. But so we go for the second Iron Head. Heatran picks up a kill again, being one of the very few mons that actually, for every game that it turns up to, has taken a kill so far. So it's relatively high up on the kill leaders as well. Buzzwole comes in this time, clicks Drain Punch. I wasn't really sure what to switch into this, so I just sacked at this point, which, again, is a bad idea. I was kind of banking on Buzzwole trying to set up or something over the obvious just click buttons and kill. This is the first thing to kind of lead me to believe that it was a Scarf set, especially as when we bring in Bulu here, we then see that Buzzwole has switched out, so the idea that it's Scarfed is kind of slowly peaked. So we go for the Nature's Madness versus Crobat. Does a decent amount of damage because it always does half to it. And so Crobat goes for the Roost. I anticipated this, I believe, and clicked Nature's Madness again. Oh no, I went for Stone Edge because I was really awake when playing this. And so we see the Cross Poison come out from Crobat, which nearly OHKOs us, but we're able to get the Nature's Madness off again. So this keeps it in kind of range for Terrakion. We see Crobat use U-turn, which kills off the Bulu. Generally, I just played absolutely terrible in this game. Buzzwole comes out again, and at this point, we're in big trouble. So we bring in Glycepod, hoping to try and get some sort of damage off of it. But so Buzzwole now reveals the Thunder Punch, which is even less ideal. And so I kind of view this as the point where, so if we're going to try and set up with Terrakion, we may as well do it now. So what we see is I bring in Terrakion, he goes to Thunder Punch again, which nearly 2-hit KOs us, and I go for Substitute, which was less than ideal as well. And so this is the point where we're kind of confirmed that it's Choice Scarf. The Thunder Punch breaks the Substitute, evidently. We go for Rock Polish because we need to outspeed this thing, but so the calc is also not good for us, as so the Rock EMZ, I don't believe, actually OHKOs Buzzwole from this range. So we have the Continental Crush come out, which is all well and good. However, I believe we only do about 90 to Buzzwole, if that. Yeah, about 70%. And so Buzzwole is able to claim another kill. Buzzwole really doing the works on me this week. Gets up another Beast Boost. And so we're down to just Gliscor left. And so, of course, Thunder Punch can't touch me, so Buzzwole withdraws. He sends out Crobat, which is fine as I go just trying to get some sort of damage off. I hit U-turn for some reason. I'm able to get the Toxic Orb up. And so what we see here is the Crobat go for Brave Bird, presumably to put me in range of an Ice Punch, whatever the weather. It does about solid 25 to me. I go for the knockoff. I managed to knock off the Charty Berry from Crobat, so that's another nice little bit of attack by Johnny. As he goes for Brave Bird again, which is going to kill the Crobat due to its own recoil, but we are now firmly within range of an Ice Punch, I believe. As for some reason, again, I just keep on clicking knockoff. Yeah, so Buzzwole comes in, I believe it clicks Ice Punch and claims its final kill. We lose 3-0 versus Johnny. It was a It was a bad game on my part, but still, nonetheless, it was a good game to Johnny. He played very well. Got stung with a bit of hacks, which lengthened the game unnecessarily, in my opinion. But yeah, so we're now 2-1, and I believe, what do we do? We won. Double check. Yeah, so we're 2-1 and +3. Next week we are playing names. I've forgotten the names of everybody. We're playing Obo of the Houston Laxers. That's who it is we're playing. Another solid battler. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I can bring you a better game next week. This is less than ideal. Form will return. I can promise that much. Have a good week, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.